Okay, people, we are going to start this tutorial with scrolling background. Oftentimes, oftentimes in games you want an infinite or looping background. With scrolling backgrounds, you can cycle a background that goes on forever. Right. So if you want to move around a dot on an infinite background, right? So all we have to do is render two iterations of the background next to each other and move them a little every frame. When the background is moved completely over, you can reset the motion. Okay. Okay, so we will make some changes. Okay, for this tutorial we'll be using a plain version of the dot that just stays on the screen. Okay, so let me source right test.html index.html. Okay, okay, hold up. Yep, okay, dot, and then I also uh, want to open um, header slash h. Okay, now let's arrange this accordingly. Where is texture? Then we have game.h and debug. Okay. Okay, now I don't want. We don't want this. Let's make an adjustment. Screen width and screen. Okay. All right. All right. Screen width. Screen height dot width. और ये आएगा अपना स्क्रीन विड्थ और यहाँ आ जाएगा स्क्रीन हाइट. देन रेंडर में ये सब नहीं चाहिए एंड हम कोई पोजीशंस भी माइनस नहीं कर रहे हैं. ओके. फिर बाकी प्लेन है. ओके, इसको इधर कर लो एंड इसको इधर कर लो. Okay, so for this tutorial we'll be using a plain version. Okay, the dot that we will be moving around the screen and the background scrolling effect. Okay, before we enter the main loop we declare a dot object and a scrolling offset. Okay, we need a dot object, we have the dot and a scrolling offset. Okay, then scroll background minus. Okay, we are if scrolling offset is less than negative of bg texture dot get width. Do I have get width? Okay, get width. Yep. Okay, less than the width. We'll see about that. We will move the dot. Okay, we don't need the camera, so I'll just get rid of it. Anywhere else, mention of a camera, we don't need it. Single events, dot events, and alright. Mm, okay, so dot move, and then we scroll the background. And how exactly are we doing that? Okay, first right, scrolling offset is less than negative of texture get width, and it was, I suppose, I need to provide that texture get width and pg texture. Then we set the scrolling offset equals to 0. Okay, pg, okay, underscore. Okay, here we are updating the dot and updating the scrolling background. Updating the position of the scrolling background is just decrementing the position, the x position. If the x position is less than the width of the background, that means the background has gone completely off the screen and position needs to be reset. Okay, let's just so render the background. PG texture, we don't need the camera. Null. Okay, then I render another scrolling. Okay, so scrolling offset comma 0, and then you get plus uh, mm, hey. Okay, we're good so far, right? Okay, let's update the texture. mm, PG. Replace bg.png. Let's make the project. Hmm. Dot underscore render error scrolling offset undeclared. Scrolling, okay. scrolling and dot render. I think I didn't update dot render. Yep, camera undeclared 116. Okay, right. And that should be all. 113. Hmm. Not exactly what I thought it would do. Okay, I didn't update. Okay, the I didn't do negative negative, right? Okay, and I think I can alter its speed based on this. Yep. Okay, so it is quite simple, What we are basically doing is scrolling background. We have the background exactly the size of the screen. Okay, then we are, all right, hold up. Then we are updating the x coordinate. Hmm. Then we are updating the x coordinate. Okay, we are incrementally decreasing it, so it is going to the left, right? Then we check that the value of this x coordinate, if it becomes less than the width, right? See this, then it becomes less than the width of the uh, our texture, then we say that it has moved off the screen, right? That's exactly what we are checking here. If scrolling offset is less than the width, then we reset it, and we are minting two rectangles here, one at position x comma 0 and one at position x plus width comma 0. X plus width comma 0, right? So what we do is, and since the x is both of the x are getting updated, so these both of them move to the left side, and when the first one reaches this point, let's say this is minus of x plus width comma 0, when this position reaches, when the x reaches this position, minus, not x plus width, it's just negative width, right? Negative width comma 0, then we say Then we set, at this position we set x equals to 0. Then both of the rectangles move to the first position. Okay, simple enough. Great.